Hey, are you a mortgage broker that is looking to scale your volume? Well, let me tell you, because there is only one thing that's preventing you from growing your mortgage business right now. I know, it's crazy, but it's as simple as making more offers more often. So, the only one thing that's actually stopping you is that you're not able to do this because you're not able to book meetings with potential referral partners consistently and predictably to make these offers. Your offer itself, the unique value proposition you have, is just not strong enough to stand out from the competition. That's super common. You don't have time to prospect organically on a consistent basis, nor the system itself behind you, enough so to bring actually tangible results. So to be honest with you, was once in your shoe. When I first started out to help people get more clients, I came across the same issues as any new business owner in the online age does. How do I build up my organic referral business and actually get people to come to me as new clients without having to spend a ton of money on advertising and a ton of money on hiring people every single month, which is not good for my cash flow right now? And how do I do this quick, right? That's what we all want to know. And don't get me wrong, like, we love advertisement. We followed all the trends. We've done all and learned how to do YouTube, Facebook, Google, all the way to mastering SEO. And we've done this only after we've learned how to actually prove an organic offer out. And that's the key here, is that you've got to prospect organically first. So if you're anywhere between $2,000 to $30,000, right, then we were in there before in that first initial period, and we were the type of people that would literally sit down, try to learn a whole bunch of shit in YouTube and try to figure it all out. But then we ultimately realized that we have to hire the right people to help us grow and understand organic prospecting. And that's what we did, and now we're able to book things consistently for our clients and ourselves, and able to have a six-figure business just coming through organic, and then now able to be on a run rate to seven figures. So through this journey, we learned a lot, of course, but we worked with dozens of people, invested in learning from the very best. And to be honest with you, we've learned that the number one reasons our clients succeed and win is because we do what works, we do what's proven. We're not here to do any flashy social media tactics. We're really here to focus on building relationships, because we are in a freaking relationship-based business. So there's no reason to go about and try to do something that's fancy, right? End of the day, we're here to just get in front of more people and build more relationships. So to break this down and really how it all works, and how our clients are able to do this and how they're able to win, is that we're doubling down through strategic partnerships. That by far is the number one factor that led to many mortgage brokers and clients that we work with to lead to go to seven figures. Doing advertising, doing lead generation is an excellent way to grow, but it only can be done at a certain point, right? You need to reach a certain run rate with your business, a certain revenue figure to be able to sustain the lead generation, and doubling down on strategic partnerships is the only way to get there. And you're not going to be able to do this. It's going to be very hard at the very least to do this while struggling, you're managing your team and hiring, and at the same time doing your sales, meeting and clients and helping them, dealing with lenders. It's very tough to manage this all without actually delegating. So delegating effectively and have us or anybody else do literally everything for you and get you in front of those potential strategic partnerships is going to be the best way you can leverage your time. And you want to find somebody that's driven by impact and results guarantee, like we are, right? We truly care about the number of people that you help. It's not just a statistic to it. It truly is not. And if anything, we obviously do have a guarantee. And so far, we've never had an issue because we're always delivering. So who we've worked with in here. So we're been able to work with somebody such as Nick. He's a lead agent in a startup company in a finance initiative. When he first started out with us, he really didn't have time to serve clients or their business, and their team was focused on building out their entire business out, and they were looking for potential partners, and they were just looking for more inflow of business, much less, they had trouble just staying top of mind with everybody. So within, having a couple of weeks working together, we literally had a double loan in the pipeline. We had a bunch of leads that they were able to call, more business coming in than they could have, potentially imagined. And now at the moment where, we're kind of making really big plans and some of the things that we're going to be able to do together in the future. And also take a look at Mr. Farron, man. He's been crushing it. He really had no time to prospect for new business. And when I say this, I mean he was working 40 hours a week just managing his entire database of business. We helped him up do a bunch of stuff with his pipeline too, but I mean, he had zero time to actually prospect. And within a couple of weeks of working together, he was generating $15K in new business from past clients and referral partners that we set up and actually help him get in front of through our system. So he's able to get new referral partners even in the midst of a pandemic, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Also, Deshaun Jones is somebody else that we worked with. He had no time to prospect, and when he did, he was cold calling people and spending hours on end on the phone just trying to get that ludicrous, just trying to get that conversation going. And when we set up that business, all he literally had to do was sit and plug and play and sit there and take those meetings, and then he landed 2 new partners in 2 weeks. So now he feels like incredibly confident that he has this system in place and that he can actually scale to any volume, and he's looking to actually grow his own business, which is pretty crazy. And we've realized that these people have been able to succeed because of one simple thing, and that's because they have one clear and defined, right, proven systemized process, which is going to be the key for increasing referrals and bottom line too. Nothing else fancy. So how does this all work? How are you able to actually produce these strategic partnerships by leveraging this new technology, leveraging the strategy? And it starts with value. I know this word is kind of played around a lot in the industry and saying, oh, value add, value driven, and value prop, and all this stuff people mention all the time. And I think it's overused, and that's led to the word becoming less valuable. But truly it starts with value. You've got to lead with a helping hand and then be able to prospect these individuals and qualify them and ultimately get them to a booked appointment, which in other words, meaning into content. So your value in the form of content. It could also be in a conversation form. It could also be in the posts that you're making in the videos. There's so many different ways that you can share value. It's not just your social media posts. That can lead to conversations, and through those conversations where you're able to qualify people, and you want to be able to get so good that you can actually delegate, right? Or even from the get-go, be able to delegate somebody to manage the conversations and qualify people for you, so that all you're really doing is taking these sales calls for potential strategic partnerships. That's how you can truly be leveraging your time. It's just be on the phone with a potential partnership, and you're working on managing your clients, and you're not spending, all your grunt work time and the time where you're highly in the mode and you're highly active and your brain is just plugged in and ready to go. You don't want to be spending that time doing prospecting. You want to be spending that time managing clients, right? Because you just feel inclined that you want to give them your best. So the only way to do that is to delegate to somebody else that's going to be putting their active, fully zoned in time to prospecting for you. So that is what we really aim to do here. But of course, the first option is you could try and do this on your own. I'm not going to stop you, and you can spend time testing and figuring out what works, what doesn't. It is going to delay your results for sure, but you can get there if you're determined. I've seen people do it. You will have to spend money buying a whole bunch of different tools and trying different strategies to see what works, ultimately figuring out where to be able to get these data sources. But it is possible. However, if you're kind of like me and you want things to move just a little faster and you want to be able to delegate effectively and really just focus on revenue generations and taking more sales calls, then you're probably more interested in option 2, which is you can still have control over your entire pipeline and production without spending endless hours at events, cold calling, or buying leads. And you can just say, hey, I'm ready to build this bitch. I'm ready to get help because you've done it for plenty of others and really looks like it works. So that's what we're here to do, because no other agency and no other solution or nobody else in general really understands the inner workings of scaling a mortgage business and have worked hand to hand with people from the beginning of them doing 2 to 3 loans a month all the way to getting them to 20 to 50 to doing $100,000 a month and being a 7-figure producing business. We have really been there side by side and held their hand. So just to let you an idea, if you feel like, okay, this could be kind of interesting, like who is this for? This is if you're a mortgage broker, if you're a mortgage loan originator, if a loan officer, you're looking to grow your referral network with qualified realtors, CPAs, lawyers, credit repair companies, advisors, and insurance agents, all who are looking for a mortgage broker that they can send opportunities to and refer business to each other's, and your experience and understand the sales process and understand how to take a strategic partner on the phone call and actually have a decent conversation with them and have 2 years of experience in fulfilling the loans, then this could be kind of for you. So if this sounds like you, then over the next few days, I have literally set aside time for you and see if I can help you out. And I want to talk for like 30, 45 minutes on a phone call. We'll make sure that, I'm personally make sure that you can walk away with value and clarity. Truly walk away with something. It's not going to be empty-handed. And the call will ultimately allow us to get a feel for working together, for what working together looks like, and then kind of lay out the quick game plan to help you grow, even if it means just pointing you to the right direction, because maybe you're not ready or it's not the time. So we do not work with anyone. I do want to mention this because this is really important. We're all about exclusivity and finding exclusive partnerships. The spots are extremely limited. We only work with one person per territory. So there are hundreds of thousands and people in this industry, but we're only looking for 40, 50 people that we can help. In fact, this year we've capped ourselves at having 30 in our client roster. So we're only a couple spots left. And if you're interested, I would highly recommend that you reach out, because just like you, we want to work with freaking great people, right? We know that it's amazing to have those great clients that are coming in with an amazing credit score, and they're super easy to work with, and they have all their documents ready to go, and those are just great clients that end up also referring you business because they had an amazing experience. Well, hey, we understand the philosophy, and we're here to understand the same thing. So if you feel like you'd be a great client, then we'd love to work with you. So just click the button below right now, book your discovery interview, complete the simple application, just a couple questions. If you're serious about applying and actually looking at working with us, we'll make it really worth it by giving away our 2021 official automation flow chart, so that if you were to walk away and say, hey, this is not the right time, and you want to do this by yourself, that you can at least have some sort of resource that you can walk away with. But of course, doing this together is really going to help you accelerate your growth and accelerate your path to a 7-figure roadmap. So now, if you have booked in the call and you are excited about reaching out to us, then I just want to say there are a couple more free resources that you could check out right now, just so that you could leverage some value between your call. Join our private Facebook community. That's in the link in the navigation bar, where you're going to be able to join there, make a request to join, and we'll definitely take care of you, send you a couple trainings, just so that you can get some idea of what we've been able to do in the past, get some free resources that you can implement pretty much right away in your business. And if you haven't, make sure to click the button below right now to discover your interview, to see if this is something that could potentially be a partnership, because we're only looking for a select amount of people, and these spots are going to be filled up, and this program is going to go away. Once it's filled up, we will not be taking any more people, because we would like to partner until we actually help them get to 7 figures. So thanks again for watching this, and I look forward to seeing you on the call.